Attention gamers. A few months ago I took a break from my abusive relationship with League of Legends to play an outdated addictive game where dying meant all the time I spent playing it would be wasted, expecting it to also be the death of my channel only for the opposite to happen. I was welcomed by an amazing community and made some of the best videos of my life. But I figured I will sometimes return to the Rift to see if anything changed. The plan was to jump into a ranked game as a mid laner only to learn that the estimated 2-minute queue actually meant 6, and after an additional 5 minutes of champ select I was lucky enough to get to do it all again. This pattern repeated itself and after 20 minutes I finally had a lobby, where I didn't even get the role I wanted to play. Luckily it looked like the League community was shaping up and my mid agreed to swap roles. However, the first impression of this game after coming back was looking bleak. But with over a month before the next hardcore series starts, if League is still terrible I'll have to find another game to pass the time. Ideally one where I can summon hundreds of badass looking champions out of shards until I find the one that speaks to me. I'm thinking one that looks like he got bingo stamped on the face carrying around some stone fetus in his fanny pack with a laundry hamper of skulls, you know, all stuff that really makes me connect. Then I'll take him out into the world and let him learn a few lessons before training him to be a strong warrior who can do this. All this is possible in a game that can be played on both mobile and PC with devs releasing updates for it all the time. For example, there's festive Yuletide events in game right now where new players can go to this site and enter their player ID to follow the story of Sir Nicholas and be entered for a chance to win insane in-game prizes or Amazon gift cards. It all lasts until January 10th and existing players can still access promo codes for the event to get some dank digital stocking stuffers. Not to mention the Cursed City is coming, which is a monumental feature with 100 stages to complete featuring multi-boss fights with quests and mythical champions, so use my link below or scan this QR code to get the game for free today and you'll get an epic champ, Lightsworn immediately and then a second epic Juliana once you reach level 15. So join the raid community, be a part of my clan and let's get back to the game. Alright, so I chose to play Foam Finger Ellen DeGeneres mid because like Mundo I go where I please and I was up against the Ruin Simp. And yeah, I may be rusty, but if people want to say I'm toast then laning against melee champs is my jam, so the first fight went something like this. I then failed to remember that this is a team game, so some nicotine withdrawing douche snozzle came in to participate in an unfair fight right after. But the second we were left alone I informed him that him and his health can't all exist in the same lane and one of them was gonna have to hit the head, so when he was insistent on all three staying I had to politely ask the others to leave. Before I was once again reminded that this was a team game. He then came back to lane with a vengeance and I'm thinking look how cute he is with his little glow and the dark sword, but it turns out he invited Cigar Santana back to lane to apparently invert my anus. I declined that particular invitation, but then a minute later I asked our colorful caribou to bitch bowl a tranquilizer mid so that I could line up a big boy. But it wasn't all rainbows and shower sex for this smurfing XQC, as there were some dark times ahead. That said, all I need to feel better is an ADC who stomped in laning phase, coming in all big dick confident, thinking they aren't still piss lint against literally any other lane, and with that, I was back on track. I then figured I would take this golden spatula mermaid and make some dead bitch California rolls with her ass, only for me to get carbonated and put into a bit of a predicament. It was now 16 minutes into the game and I did select a marksman. Whoops, so sorry you woke fucks marksperson, which meant I would spend the entire mid-game running away from champs who are inherently stronger than me while avoiding fights at all costs in lieu of committing vandalism instead. Eventually we would reach their base and all I wanted to do was roll tide on that supporting shrimp tail, but Ashe apparently was allergic to getting picks and would rather save her ult for this. But I guess she felt bad and thus same day shipped another big boy back from Tanzania when she woke up, which allowed me to shove the largest banana NA down this Godfather cosplaying cuck's throat for the kill. The Bausp was now absorbing more hate than the Tate brothers as I chose to lather myself up in Vagisil and play it safe, leaving Kaisa one shot and ready to taste my shiv that's static for an epic kill. And seeing as I smurfed so hard on this Viego in laning phase my dick practically turned blue, it only made sense that I destroyed him in a 1v1 at this point, right?
We don't think our champions have overloaded kits overall.
This may or may not have lined them up for a free Baron, but little did they know that Steel is my middle name. Okay, it's actually Joseph, and it's worth noting I still killed the thing, stopping our roided hoodlums from spawning right after. Their mid was now playing the fan favorite game called I Got Bloody Pissed On in lane, but I'm Viego, so now I'm 1v9, which I know is a classic on the Rift, but I currently had no time for it as I wanted to feel the power of a dragon soul for the first time in months. My Scion promptly displayed the size of his balls in all chat, and to be honest, he wasn't wrong. And him taking on 12 of them at once opened up opportunities for me to let my jungler die before coming in to nab another sack of cash. Jack Sparrow had bad intentions and a plan to execute them, but I had my own plan to stop them. It turns out Silver Elo hasn't changed in the sense that Summoner's Rift transforms into a ram by the 30-minute mark, which is cool with me as long as the sushi is sleeping and I get to be the one to wake it up. This then attracted the attention of Plasma Patty, and I was open to the trade offer that she was proposing. But it turns out this was a bad idea, as they were hitting our base from so many angles we started calling it Riley Reid while our Scion was busy defending nothing because bitching in chat was of a higher priority. Long story short, he overstayed like all room temperature IQ Viego main, so he was troubleshooting how to get color back on his screen while we were seeing if we could take Elder Dragon out on a date. A few rubberneckers fucked around and then found out before we got the buff, to which I used it to secure a sexy as all hell double kill. Kaiso was now basically chopped liver every time my foam finger was in the same zip code as her, and realistically the only thing that could outplay me at this point was Riot's game design, but this time I had a plan to overcome that. And with that, my first game back was a great success. We got the fattest dub. I earned a ranking currency that means absolutely fuck all in a game full of win traders, bots, smurfs and sold accounts, and I just want to say, use my link below to download Raid so that they think I'm cool, and you'll get insane bonuses and champs for new players. Rav out.